Good evening, Nigeria. I'm Chuks. Thank you for tuning in to PUN News, where we report the news the way you like it. My co-anchor Bimpe is unavailable for tonight's presentation, as she is on a vacation with her boo, even though it's just the beginning of the year. So it's just me giving the news, and tonight we bring you the special report on the top stories that made the week. Our first news item is on the unusual behavior of Nigeria's peculiar weather season known as the Harmattan. A weather which Nigerians love and hate at the same time, depending on their mood swings. For those unfamiliar with what the Harmattan is, it is a very dry, dusty, windy weather that blows from the northeast of the globe and down to the West African coast. It usually starts from every year around December and extends to February the next year. However, last year 2025, the Harmattan weather failed to show up till now, which is kind of strange. It appears that the Harmattan has gone on a vacation or has moved on from Nigerians, as alleged, like a lover that leaves when unappreciated. The sudden disappearance of the Harmattan has brought in a lingering, sweltering heat that feels like hellfire has relocated its headquarters to the country. However, some people with extrasensory perceptive abilities seem to notice that the seasonal haze appears and disappears from time to time. 1 minute people are literally melting from the fiery heat of the sunny weather. The next moment they are having a moment of chilly, dusty, sneezing ordeal. Nigerians are currently practically feeling like jilted girlfriends. The Harmattan is in an on and off, hot and cold relationship with Nigerians, which is acting like the boyfriend who is refusing to commit. Experts are baffled about this phenomenon. While some say it's climate change, others say it is a reaction to the many years of the Harmattan feeling unappreciated. We are still monitoring the situation from the PUN news desk to see if the Harmattan will stop playing hard to get, or is it hide and seek. On to the next news item. We earlier reported the curious case of the foreign-based president of Nigeria, who spends more time overseas than in the country. After being away since December last year 2025, the president sneaked back in the country like the biblical Nicodemus. However, in a move that shocked absolutely no one, our foreign-based president has concluded his brief visiting tour of Nigeria. While in Nigeria for that very brief moment, the president embarked on very important activities such as offering proof of life that he's still very much with us, and reminding everyone that he's still very much the president, checking if the Aso Rock's wall paint was peeling off, eating some of the leftovers in the fridge from last year, and so on. Now that his mission is accomplished, the president has now junketed out, a technical term for saying that the president has returned to base. This appears to be the shortest visitation which the president granted, in the country where he's supposed to be presiding over. Maybe he needs a residency permit. Anyway, the presidency has released a statement saying that the president felt the pulse of the nation. A very faint, overseas-dial pulse, we assume. In a stunning display of consistency, our national electricity grid performed its now obligatory weekly acrobatics. The national grid collapsed for the first time this year. Not once, but twice! Now that's an enviable feat which Nigerians should be proud of, as no other country has achieved this amazing national accomplishment. This action-packed double feature plunged millions into darkness, giving citizens the perfect atmosphere to contemplate their life choices. While the citizens groaned in unbearable heat, generator noises, with mosquitoes singing sweet songs of solace into their ears, the Minister of Minister of Power, says that there's no cause for alarm. The minister has assured Nigerians that the grid is merely resting and exploring its potential in the field of gravity. Meanwhile, generator sellers have been officially classified as essential workers and national heroes, coming to the rescue of Nigerians by ensuring that we, the people, the long-suffering citizens, retain our undisputed title as the #1 generator republic of the world. Another major news item dropped on our news desk during the week, and it has to do with none other than our foreign-based junketing president. While embarking on one of his international tour in Turkey for a scheduled official meeting with the Turkish PM, the Nigerian president lost his balance, stumbled and took a brief, unscheduled meeting with the ground. He would have stayed put there on the ground, if not that he had urgent bilateral issues to settle with the Turkish PM. Opposition parties have called it a sign of a failing administration, but supporters have hailed it as a strategic move to hit the ground running, while others say that this is proof that the president is on the ground to identify with the common man and the downtrodden of the society. Many have attributed the president's slip to different causes. Some have said that the oversized coat he wore contained all the problems of the country, which weighed him down. Others said he was embarking on so much trips that he was bound to trip at some point and miss his footing. Yet, there are those who said that the stress of running the country was getting into him and he was bound to hit rock bottom, literally speaking. Anyway, the office of the presidency says the president was fine and that the only thing that fell was the dignity of the cameras that captured it. In an obviously unrelated event, some eagle-eyed critics have noted that the collapse of the national electricity grid coincided with the president's slip, implying that the president is being powered by the national grid and that when it collapsed, the president collapsed too. Who knows these things? And finally, to Anambra State, where a brilliant solution has been found to the Monday sit-at-home protests. Cure the sit-at-home problem with more sit-at-home. Governor Solution made a bold move to shut down the massive Onitsha main market for always observing the Monday sit-at-home order by non-state actors. The logic is impeccable. If secessionists force businesses to close out of fear, why not beat them to it and close them officially? However, instead of just Monday sit-at-home, the governor intends to make it a full week. It almost seems like a bold strategy of secessionist solidarity. Yet secessionists have kicked against the governor's methods, claiming that they have the sole copyright and trademark to the sit-at-home franchise. In a shocking twist, the traders who are supposed to be happy because they can now sit at home as long as they want, are protesting against it. Anyway, the governor says that the traders better resume their shops next Monday, or else they might just sit at home till thy kingdom come. And who knows, the bulldozers might just come in and level the whole place, and turn it into a park where everyone can come and sit down. Problem solved. Thank you, our esteemed viewers, for watching. Tune in next time for another special report on the top stories. I'm Chuks for PUN News. Good night, and may your generators have fuel in anticipation of the next national grid collapse. Bye-bye. Oh, and happy new month.